good morning, everybody. It is 3:30 a.m. over on the East Coast, 90 degrees over here as it is 3:30 in the afternoon, and I will headline with you that today being Taco Tuesday, April the 9th, there's absolutely nothing on the schedule today. Zero. Tomorrow is CPI, and that is going to be your honesty. Your honesty will be revealed tomorrow morning. But as of the moment and as of yesterday, nothing. I bring you to our spreadsheet and our 22-point range yesterday. As I had promised, not looking for a sell down, simply planning on getting that red close. And that red close produced a 150% to a fractionally little bit better than 150% on the 5210, 5205 calls. $3 multiple times able to be achieved, and 350 was the highest before yesterday's lethargicness absolutely knocked me out on my ass. 150%. Apologize if that's not good enough, but that's exactly what the plan was, and that's exactly what the plan produced. Over on the QQQ, again, another blah, nothing of day. Oh, hang on, I need to turn that off. Again, a nothing day, really, nothing. We're getting fractional little visits down below 440. We're getting lower highs in the 440s. Nothing really there. Me, I like the April 12th 440 puts. Like I said yesterday, you could go for the 5200 0 DTE, or you could go out to Friday and take the QQQ 440 puts, and I like them. For $3, I don't think that they're a bargain, but if I had to force a fart, and really force a fart and try not to shit my pants, the April 12th 440 puts is where I would throw a couple $100 at. So, yeah, again, really nothing. So, I won't waste your time. Take you onto the charts and a little bit of nerd data. So, over here onto the half of this chart, we're looking at Friday. The Friday bounce, 51.57. Right up to 52.22, and then dwindling off to that 54.04 close. Yesterday, as you can see here, no higher high, no lower low. And again, I am good at data, but I'm not that good. And Red Star was sharing yesterday, out of 7,674 sessions on the SPX since 1993, only 12% of them have been inside candles, and only 0.47%, 36 of them, have ended up as consecutive inside candles. Well, yesterday marks number 37, an inside candle. And we'll go on here to a 3-day view, with Friday being an inside candle inside of Thursdays, and yesterday being inside of Fridays. Yes, things are getting very, very, very tight.
All right, you ready?
I guess.
Okay, yeah, just put your hand through. Yep. A little lower. Yeah, keep going. Yep.
Ew, what is this?
Yep, just go all the way through.
Oh my
All the
god!
way through. Yeah, just keep
What
going.
is that?
Keep going.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Now take your hand out slowly.
Okay.
Yep. Nice and slow.
Ooh.
Nice and slow. There you go.
Adam, what the heck is that? Oh!
And like I shared, you had the 61.8 retracement onto that, and looking at it from what I view, here we are just trolling at this plus minus 1% level, 52.12.20. with the gap from last week, Thursday, unfilled, which is just one of multiple gaps, as you already know. No, I'm not ready to go there. I bring you back to the VIX. And again, with that warning about being up at that 1622, yesterday we fell below this 1542. So, with nothing on the schedule today, nothing at all, and going into CPI tomorrow, it'll be cool to sit here and watch what takes place on the VIX today. But again, nothing on the schedule, nothing really out there table pounding, other than the fact that, I'm not ready to take you to that. We'll look here at a 15-day view. 15 days going nowhere. And here we are with this gap and then the prior gap down here from March 15th. Looking at it from a 30-day point of view. And again, nothing having taken place as of yet. So tomorrow, you get the truth on CPI. Micron. So since we got nothing going on, it gives me a chance that I can share a little bit here on Micron. And Micron has started to get a little bit of chatter in the main room, and I've covered Micron for the better part of 7-8 years. Micron used to be a really cheap penny option back when it used to only trade in the 30s and 40s. And now here we are up at Micron up in the hundreds, and a lot of questions and wondering what's going on up here. But I continue to point out to everybody this 118 level. 118, 118, 118. And then you've got your earnings gap over here from March 20th, 108 down to around 96, which was your all-time highs. So looking at this in a zoomed in point of view, this is all that we're doing is talking about Micron right here. So I bring you out to a wider point of view. The wider point of view meaning going back to the beginning of the cycle in 2009. And you can see it pretty clearly here. You've got your cycle 1, cycle 2, 3, 4, 5, primary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, us being in the 5 right now, and how these cycles have worked out and where they're working out too. This one here being the 1, 2 with the 3 going up there into 2022, and then the drop off into 2023's bottom being the end of 3 and the end of 4. Right now, I will zoom in a second, but I'm just pointing out these bigger, broader pictures here. The 9681 being the 250 extension to where we reached up there to the primary 3 high. This here now being the adjusted 23.6 retracement from the all-time highs down to the 2009 lows at 100 is going to be a very significant pivot when it is visited. So very much one that needs to be on your radar if you are looking to buy the dip on Micron. But I'll bring you in here to a little bit more of a zoomed in view so you see where we're coming from. And what I see here coming off of the December 2023 lows is a 1, 2, and then a very, very choppy and extended now all of a sudden after having reached boom, 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 and this undoubtedly being a wave 3. This being the wave 3 of the big 5. And I like how you have reached right here to the 131.21, 261.8 extension. I also like having reached here to 129.36, which is the 161.8 retracement of the drop from 2022. So it looks very good for this to have been a top area. And the roll down on Micron, I'm not really expecting to get down below 114, but you should be able to see a retracement on this in that 114, 104 area. Your main issue when you're talking about Micron is speed. And we'll look here on a 5-day, 15-minute chart. Take the studies off, and you can see here Micron is not a fast mover. However, what we have been able to see here now for the better part of 5 days, these visits up here to the plus 128 area, plus 127 into that 130 area, that's a lot better for your entry if you're trying to get on a short, as opposed to getting on a short here around 122 for 118. As you can see here, you've just had support for the better part of a week now on that 122 area. So Micron, definitely one for you to be looking at. However, I was watching Micron a little bit yesterday and coming over here and looking at your volume. You've got 181,000 calls traded and only 60,000 puts. Micron isn't a big name. It's just not. I mean, here I'm looking at the May 3. You've got some decent open interest over on the 115 puts for May 3 at $2, but it's just not a big mover. And it's very cheap, 53, 46, 45 on your implied volatility. April 26 going out 2 weeks and looking at that 118. Again, not fantastic, but definitely one that those that are familiar with Micron, you can go ahead and keep looking at it. So since I am trying to buy up some time, again, here's the ES futures, looking at it from going back to Thursday, our big drop on Thursday, 444, our Friday recovery, and here we are trading inside all day yesterday, all over the weekend, Sunday night. Now even tighter inside of yesterday's range as we are here in the overnight going on to 4 o'clock in the morning when the US will start to open up in about 20 minutes and my video will be done by then. It's very lethargic. It's very boring. It's very not too much to do. So Friday, JP Morgan. I'm making JP Morgan my bitch once again on Friday. Friday, we have earnings. After they report earnings on Friday, after the report is out, that's when I will be looking to get executing into not only the 0DTE expiring on April 12th, JP Morgan, but also looking further out because first and foremost, 193.71. More significantly is this 186.50, 186.41 down here. So short term, I will see what comes out with the earnings on Friday and then make a decision as to which strike I'll be taking. Hopefully, it gets a pop above 200 so that we can play the 200 puts, but we'll see what we get when we come to Friday. Federal Express. Great Federal Express last week. Thing went 2,100% for the 275 puts. And we still have this gap over on Federal Express. Still have that big 267 that I'm looking to see on Federal Express, but it's just been really slow. And curious, separate question. All these Boeing incidents with, engines falling off and wheels falling off, they're all passenger planes. How come we haven't seen any of this taking place with any of these transport planes? So notice I said transports, not trannies. I'm becoming woke. I'm becoming developed to change the 100+ year tradition of calling the transports the trannies, and I will call them the transports again because I believe that's the pronouns that they are recognized under. Federal Express, look at it from a clean view. Popped up there, boom, boom, looking at a 1-2 AB, and we should see that C wave minimum come down to that 268, which fits right in with my 267, but very possibly could see that extension down there to around 250, which would retrace the entire move prior to earnings, fill the entire gap, and take you right to the 50-day moving average, where, again, looking at this from a big, broad, wide point of view as to why that 267 matters to me, this is it on a short term. And I do think that there is a very good opportunity in the short term to see that 268, 267. Wider view, again, you don't spend too many days up here above 267. So again, 267, I am expecting to see a revisit back down to 267. So for anybody who is getting tired of not being able to trade anything because it's been so slow the last couple of days, 267, the downside expectation on Federal Express. You're up here at 275 right now. Slow and steady. And finally, I'll leave you off here with Tesla. Tesla is completely fucked. Tesla is below the 200, 400, 150, 10, 20, and the 5-day moving average is right here. Now, there was let me see here, bring you here in real time. And Walter Bloomberg. There was a report out a little while ago. On Tesla. Where was it? I know I read it. There it is. Nope, that's not it. I know that it's in. There it is. 14 hours ago. So this was at 12:47 last night. Tesla Cybertrucks were rushed out, are malfunctioning at an astounding rate. Tesla's long-delayed and pricey Cybertrucks are getting panned by furious owners for malfunctioning at an alarming rate just months after Elon Musk's futuristic vehicle hit the road. Bring it back to Tesla. Tesla still, not that, but over here. Tesla still, 152 is still the target area, and the gap that sits underneath it fills at 144. This is a gap from back in January of 2023. Wider view, and you can see how fucked Tesla actually is. I don't know why I'm getting that. Oh, not looking for that. There we go. Yeah, you can see how screwed up Tesla really is. And got a nice ABC, boom, trend line, tagged, failure. It was an incredible and amazing and awesome short every time we were getting Tesla up there. Now you're down here. Now that we've lost down into this kind of no man's land, still looking for that 152 gap to be filled down there at 144. And lo and behold, man, if you break down below that 152, you break down below that 144, Tesla's pretty fucked. So anyway, guys, like I said, not much really on the cards today. So a couple of alternative names there to be looking at. You got your JP Morgan on Friday. Tesla is in play. Sell some calls on that. Micron, another one. Not a lot of volume on it, but definitely one to be played. And again, 150% on an SPX credit spread. What can I say? Mondays are red, and that's what we got. And now seeing what I'm seeing right now, before I let you go, we are starting to look like we got ourselves a little bit of downside pressure over there, and I'm seeing it come over there from the NASDAQ. So keep your eyes wide open and don't stare at the sun.
Okay, this just happened.
Gorgeous, completely clear skies for now across most of southern Illinois into Indiana, where the forecast is looking quite nice. Totality in the Indian